Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Gonna try something a little different. Gonna do an Azazel run today. Since I'm a little out of practice, I've been doing a few silly mistakes in my runs, and I figure it might be good to just pick the strongest starting character and run with that. Because, you know, I don't run with Azazel that often, and it is, unlike most of the characters who are all pretty much the same, but with different stats, Azazel is a fundamentally different experience. I'm going to go ahead and turn on Missing HUD2 here, get the stats, and seed is XF917B HP. Azazel, in case you haven't noticed, starts with Mini Brimstone. Unfortunately, in this case, I also start with Curse of Darkness on Burning Basement, which is annoying on the first floor, but I'm glad to say I don't have to be afraid, because I'm Azazel, and I have really good damage, and I'm not likely to get in much trouble because of this. So I would say I would rather take 2 of spades with me than the Fool. The Fool could get me out of a curse room or something, but 2 of spades could get me some keys, and I'd rather save it in the hopes of getting more than 2 keys than just take 2 keys now. So if I don't find a place to use the Fool on this floor, I'm just going to go ahead and use 2 of spades. Take 2 of spades. What I'll do is I'll take the Fool with me as I explore here, and then, if I don't find anything, I'll just pop it. I'll save myself about 3 seconds. And you know what? I'm going to switch it up a bit today. I'm going to say my goal is not to min-max and get as strong as I possibly can, so no more of that shooting poops. My goal is to get to boss rush and do it. Hush, maybe not so much with Azazel, but I've had a lot of runs lately where I've gotten quite strong and won the run, but took an hour or so doing it when that really wasn't necessary, and I'd like to take things a little quicker today. Okay, so HP up is great for getting a deal with the devil on the next floor and taking it without remorse. The 404 trinket, still Burning Basement, is going to give me a random trinket effect on every room. I'm going to say that most of the time this doesn't matter. There are some rare trinkets that could affect me, but... key bomb, taking my key. Some rare trinkets could affect me. Tapeworm is an example of a trinket that I would definitely notice when I had it. I'd say that most trinkets, though, I won't even know that I had them. Ooh, well, my damage is increasing as I kill enemies, so I must have Samson's Lock. Man, I didn't realize Samson's Lock was so good. This is a lot of damage up. I'm going to have to take that trinket more seriously. I didn't quite understand how it works. So this is a situation where the Fool card would have saved me some damage. Still, I had a net gain of HP on that room, and it's looking pretty good right now. That was not a great dodge. That's why I'm playing Azazel. Check this out, see what's in here. There is a bed, so that'll give me 3 spirit hearts if I have no red hearts. So I want to come back there after this deal with the devil and get some swag. These bombs are going to let me check out that crawl space. So, let's do this. Give me a black market. Not a black market. Watch battery. I'm going to keep 404 just for the uniqueness, and I'm going to try something here. Now, this is a thing I've done a couple times a while back, and I only have 1 shot at it here. But if you place 2 bombs correctly, in fact, not just supposedly, I've done it, you can sneak into the black market. So let's see if I can get it and get right here. And yes, so as you can see, that knocked me out of the screen. So now I can walk along the bottom here, and as soon as you get to the edge of the screen, that triggers the black market. So now I can decide what I want here. I have no bombs to blow up that. Nightlight is good. And the question is, if I would really rather have any of these than the deal with the devil I could possibly get. Still, I'm going to say out of this, Mom's Purse is the best, and I'm going to really hope that I manage to get some more HP to take a deal with the devil. I'm going to take Swallowed Penny, 404. I know that This might not have been ideal from a strategy standpoint, but oh, of course, this is just what I was talking about. I can get my HP back from the bed. I was trying to think, why did I do that again? And then I remembered. Yeah, this is why. That lets me use that HP refill, so now I can take a deal with the devil. So, I know I said this was going to be about speed more than min-maxing, but I think that was some pretty worthwhile min-maxing. That wasn't just like 10 seconds to get 1 penny. That was significant. I'd like to get one more bomb here. Thank you, RNGesus, for your kindness to me. I'd like to find the item room. I'd like to not do that again. Okay, item room. So basically every floor is going to go item room, boss. Tech point 5 is really great. And one of the nice things about it is it will let me damage enemies across the room without having to get up close and personal. And there are a couple enemies, a couple bosses especially, where it can be a little risky to get up close and personal, and sometimes it's just best to get that damage from across the room. Meat is great. This lets me finance this deal with the devil, and I'm okay with Krampus, especially since I already took a black market item. That was some bullshit damage right there, by the way. Or BS. Oh, key bomb, stop it. Since I already took a black market offer, I do have deal with the devil precedent. Now, key bomb is an awful item, and it has been actively harmful to the run. But I can't say no to that little face. Actually, I totally can't. It's not a very endearing face. But I couldn't think of a reason not to take it. I thought it'd be fast enough to pick up keys. That has not proven true, but whatever. Puberty. Okay, so now I have 3 keys. So now it is actually starting to be worth using 2 of spades. In case you're not aware, 2 of spades doubles your keys, or if you have no keys, gives you 2 keys. So the worst case scenario is to use it with 1 key, when you only get 1 key. Otherwise, if you have 0 or 2, you get 2 keys, and if you have 3 or more, you get a higher number. Flush is not great, but it is a spacebar item, which is useful. So I would say, basically every key that I take is a gamble. Every key that I spend is a gamble, sorry, because I'm betting that I can get more keys than that in the future and then double them. Because, oh, that wasn't great damage. If I used a key right now and then never found another key, 2 of spades could have given me 3 keys, but if I use the first key now before doubling, I'll only have the ability to get 2 from it. So I'm going to say that if I get to 5 keys, that's the point where I say, good enough for me. At 5 keys, I give up and double before the next time I spend a key. Okay, good pills. Range down, actually pretty harmful with the Azazel. One of the few times where it matters. Especially, yeah, that's noticeable. So that's kind of a shame. I'm noticing, not going super fast here, but going fast enough to get to boss rush. I will check out the shop. That's a library, not a shop. And I'm sorry, Flush, but all of these are better than you. I'm going to take Book of Shadows. Book of Belial gives me that better deal with the devil chance, but I think Book of Shadows is the most actively useful. You'll notice I picked up every single one of those books. That's because there's only about, let's say, 12 books in total. Classic 2 of Spades dilemma. This is better. It's only about 12 books in total. So if you manage to touch all of those and take them all out of the item pool, then the next time you might encounter a book in, say, a library or something, it'll re-roll into a random treasure item. It's a pretty low chance, but with some lucky plays, it can totally happen. I decided to just use 2 of Spades there. So blank card 2 of Spades is really good because I can double my keys. Aw, didn't think I'd get there. I can double my keys every 4 rooms. I was debating whether or not to take blank card with me after this floor or take Book of Shadows, but honestly, I think there's a lot more fun to be had with blank cards than Book of Shadows. It's not like Book of Shadows is an underused item. It's very good in current meta. Okay, full-size Brimstone is great. Sorry, Demon Baby, but this is definitely what's going on now. And this is awesome with Lump of Coal, which actually gives a large damage bonus. So I'm going to pick up these battery charges, double my keys a few times. Since I'm taking Blank Card with me, there's no rush to double my keys, but
of spades.
Let's go ahead and get a couple more plays. So now I went from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. The next play I'll be getting to 16, and then after that it really starts to pop off, because at 16 keys you just have a lot of keys. But at 32 keys you're really starting to feel like you're set for the rest of the run. That's right, I don't need to get close to enemies anymore, and this rune could be big right now. Hagalaz, not that great with Blank Card, unfortunately. But these keys are good, and because I have infinite keys, I'm going to let Keybagger pick up any keys I come across. Thank you for that red chest. Hey, range up is actually really good, and so is Pretty Fly. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I have Brimstone. Range up doesn't matter anymore, but you tried, Keybagger, you tried. You heard me say how important range ups were to me. You know, it's like when someone tries really hard to get you a thoughtful gift, and let's say they hear you saying, "Oh, I need a new vacuum cleaner," and then it's Christmas and they present you with a vacuum cleaner, and you say, "Oh, I actually bought myself a vacuum cleaner last week, but it was really thoughtful of you to get me one." So I would really like to get a Spear Heart in here. Perfect. I'm going to do one more room before I pick up that battery charge. Super Magnet is tempting just for the wackiness, because this run is strong enough to probably survive it, but I want to get a little more HP first. Isaac's Tears. Terrible. As always. You know what? I'm going to double my keys one more time, and I'm going to take Super Magnet. Because I believe. This is probably not the best run to be blowing up the donation machine, but I really want this card.
2 of spades.
That's all I have to say. Hierophant. Justice, pretty good. At this point, yeah, I can just use 2 of spades and have 99 keys. Justice can at least give me bombs and money. It's not great, but it's an improvement. Buy 404, I don't really remember you doing anything great for me, but I believe that it happened. Oh, I got a red chest over here, too. Speed down sucks. Puberty is fine. I'm going to say that Hagalaz has more potential to be useful than Justice. Okay. And if I finish this floor in the next minute or so, I should be well on track to get to Boss Rush. And with full-length Brimstone, actually doing Boss Rush should be trivial, especially since Lump of Coal means that I'll be doing great damage to bosses across the room. And for that matter, Tech Point 5 will do a pretty good job, too. I'm sorry, Keybagger, I said I would give keys to you from now on, but I just forgot. So in case you haven't noticed, Super Magnet pulls everything towards you. So, enemies and pickups. Oh my gosh. Alright. This is a Mega Blast run now. So, in case you're not familiar with what Mega Blast does, it's one of the hardest items to unlock in the game. You have to beat Mega Satan with every character, but when you do, it does this. And you can take it through multiple rooms. It takes 12 charge bars to fill it up, and this is actually probably the worst kind of room to get on it, because it lasts, let's say, 15 seconds, and a room like this uses up a lot of its valuable time. Sorry, keep on reflexes. But if you get better luck than I did there, you can potentially clear out 6 or 7 rooms with it and almost fill it back up. I will check this out. So Mega Blast is another item that should make Boss Rush pretty trivial. So now I have really no other goal than to get to it. And with Mega Blast to really do a number on the first phase, and Brimstone to finish off the rest. I'm sorry, Keybone. I know I made a promise. I couldn't help myself. I should actually have a really good shot at doing well against Hush. Blank Card... Oh, I gave up Blank Card. I was about to say Blank Card Fool could get me out of this room and Boss Rush and some other things, but I'm not about that. I'm doing Mega Blast. And I'm gonna finish this room and then pause briefly here. I feel the speed down on this one, but it's not that bad. Eat it, Key-Bone. You deserve it. And hey, that was pretty good. Oh, whoops. I thought that didn't hit, so I just automatically dropped another one. Thought Abel knocked it completely out of the way, but in fact, Abel had my best interests at heart. I should have trusted you more. I suppose I was Cain. But no, I'm Azazel. Alright, I'm going to pause the run briefly just for a moment. And let's get back to the action. Alright. I would love to play you, Demon Beggar, but I really don't have the resources to do that right now. Super Magnet is proven to be pretty fun on this one, honestly, because I'm able to kill enemies super quickly. It's not that annoying to pull them towards myself. Started a cool. Credit Card is good. I'm gonna say Credit Card probably gets used on a deal with the devil, because without much red HP right now, it could actually be very significant to get some deals with the devil. I mean, if I'd had this Credit Card a floor ago, I could have taken Mega Blast and a Thame, and kept a Red Heart container to use for a future deal with the devil. Eat him. Unicorn Stomp. Really powerful. Really broken a lot of the time. Often an instant win. Thanks, Super Magnet. But I can't pass up Mega Blast. Mega Blast is probably one of the rarest items in the game. I mean, I'd say Godhead might be encountered less frequently, but that's just because of the meta discouraging angel runes. But as far as just chance to encounter it when looking for it, I would say Mega Blast is the rarest item in the game, because it's only in the deal with the Devil Fool, and it actually has only has a 1/5 chance to spawn. Well, I mean, it's much smaller than 1/5 chance to spawn on any given deal with the devil, but it's 1/5 as likely as any other deal with the devil item. Damage up is great. Brimstone is effectively a really good damage multiplier, doing my damage per tick. So getting that 20% higher damage is a big deal. I gotta take this. Mom's Perfume, not amazing, but it's a tier to lay down if I ever get to a point where that matters. And after this room, I am gonna pop Mega Blast. I just didn't want to do on this room because it takes multiple waves of enemies to spawn, and it takes a while. Oh, I thought I'd killed all the enemies. Alright, so the goal with Mega Blast is just to kill all the rooms as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I'm getting a few rooms here that don't have combat, and thus can't be easily gone through. I'm sorry, the keys are for you, Key Bomb. I'm being selfish, and I should reconsider my life choices. Cricket's Head. Give me Cricket's Head. No, give me Tammy's Head. Oh, that would be a tough decision. I could use Credit Card here, but I'd rather use it on a deal with the devil. I can't think of too many shop items that would make a huge difference on this point in the run. I mean, I can think of a few that would be nice, but it doesn't seem that necessary. HP is great. Now I could actually take deals with the devil without Credit Card, or, you know, just have HP to survive Boss Rush and Hush easily. I am like I said, I'm looking to find a treasure room, and then I'm going. And it would be nice if I could get more of a charge of Mega Blast to open up Boss Rush that way, because with good enough damage, you can pretty much have Mega Blast active throughout all of Boss Rush. Because every wave of Boss Rush gives you 2 units of charge, so it's a difficult task because the enemies sometimes just take a bit to spawn, but if your damage is good, it is possible to kill 6 waves of Boss Rush in 15 seconds. Tears upgrade is good. Knockback Shot should actually be interesting. I'm aware that I could use this Algiz rune to play that Blood Bank and hope for an HP and speed upgrade. I'm acknowledging that possibility, and I'm moving on, because that would take a little while, and I don't think this run needs it. I said I'm trying to do a quicker one than I've often been doing, trying to get to Boss Rush and Hush on this very powerful Brimstone Lump of Coal run. Honestly, I think a lot of people may undervalue Brimstone Lump of Coal, but it actually is a huge damage increase. Man, Super Magnet really making that enemy terrifying. And I'm realizing my damage isn't quite as good as I thought it might be. I'm gonna take this item. I'm not gonna use credit card here because I can really afford to take it. Brother Bobby, definitely worth my while. I'm gonna say this is a run for the dark room. Okay. Probably should have gotten one more charge. I'm gonna go bottom right here. Monstro's 2. Not great. I'd really like to have Mega Blast when I finish this wave so that I can get the charge. Okay, now I have a charge, and this should be fun. That should pretty much obliterate every boss instantly. Honestly, those kinds of enemies are the biggest problem, ones that take a little while to do their death animation. But at least it's not, say, the Haunt. The Haunt is actually the bane of Mega Blast. And look, I only have to kill one wave in between because that tore through all of them. This is awesome, in case that needed saying. So, yeah. Mega Blast is really strong. Great base damage really helps it out. Helps it do its work the way it wants to. Additionally, Lump of Coal, the same. You can see the same bonus applies to Mega Blast with it that it does with Brimstone. So it does actually make a big difference in your damage. I really thought I could kill the bloat before he could damage me. Certainly before he damaged me twice. And this last Mega Blast play should finish off Boss Rush, except for maybe a bad Haunt fight. What was that enemy? Huh, I don't know what I just killed. But I know that I killed every boss. Mom's Bottle of Pills. Mom Transformation, I'm fine with that. Gave me a Fool card. I could teleport back and explore the rest of the floor. Buy some items from the shop. Not going to. Gonna move on. And be happy with it. Alright. Oh no! No! I forgot to take Mega Blast back. Oh, I'm a fool. I was about to, and then I dropped the Fool to take back Lazerz or credit card or whatever it was, and in that mind, that checked it off in my list. Take back the good one. So I didn't think of doing the same for Mega Blast, taking back, you know, the one I want. And now I took Mom's Bottle of Pills over Mega Blast. That one's a travesty. My deepest apologies. This is my penance. I deserved that. Let that 1 penny be my consolation. I'm gonna try to fight Hush on this run still, but it's gonna be less fun than it would have been if I could, you know, take off potentially a third of his health bar at the start of the fight. I don't think I could do more than that with this level of damage. Emperor card is good. Temperance, don't care. Stars, whatever. I don't really care about random teleports, I just like getting to the boss. So, I'm gonna do this floor, since I've already explored a lot of it. See if I can use credit card on the boss. On the deal with the devil that I probably won't get, but might. And then, I will take the Emperor card to the next floor. The question is whether I take credit card or Lazerz with me. And honestly, it's tough, because credit card could really help me have more HP for Hush. On the other hand, Lazerz is really helpful on Hush, and could save me more HP than that. Anyway, probably, potentially. We'll see. Hopefully I get a lucky deal with the devil on this floor, get to use credit card to do it without losing HP, and have a good life. Or this gives me HP, it didn't. Money that I don't care about, but I appreciate the gesture. I'd be a lot more confident taking a deal with the devil if I hadn't intentionally damaged myself with High Priestess. Now I can't take a deal with the devil on this floor without credit card. But I had to pay for what I did. This is... Well, I'm glad I killed all the enemies that can fly instantly, so I can take this, and I did get a lucky deal with the devil that I didn't deserve. Okay, so, this is credit card time. Oh, I almost walked out of the door by accident. Okay. Gonna take Guppy's Head instead of Mom's Bottle of Pills. Gonna take Sister Maggie, which should put me almost to Conjoin. Gonna take 4 of Babylon, which should give me a good damage upgrade. I'm gonna take half a Spirit Heart, so that I still have Whore of Babylon active, but I also can take a deal with the devil. Now I just have to avoid the rest, which will be a little more difficult, thanks to that little marvel known as Super Magnet, which has not wrecked the run so far. Just a testament to good damage. So I'm going to walk to the next floor, use the Emperor, fight Mom's Heart, and head to Hush. Okay, I was just thinking, oh, I ruined Polaroid Invincibility, but no, I don't have Polaroid Invincibility because I'm going to the Dark Room, which I need to remember. Unfortunately, that's going to make the Hush fight harder if I don't get some HP between now and then. Especially with Super Magnet, and honestly, if I get to the Hush fight and I don't get a lot more HP, I'm going to drop Super Magnet, not forever, just during the Hush fight, and I drop it outside and pick it up afterwards. Emperor card was what I was going to do, and that's what I will do. Alright, kill It Lives. Travel back in time and kill Fetus Me. Lots of themes there. And Get Got. Dodge the bullets. No deal with the devil. Not a lot to go on here. I almost want to do a room or two just in case I can get something really lucky. And honestly, if this gives me HP, I would take it. Because I think keeping Whore of Babylon is less important than just having an extra heart container. Sadly. Or a Spirit Heart would be really great. Alright, gonna play this just a little more. I turned down a lot of other opportunities for min-maxing. And I'm gonna take just this one, because it's given me a Spirit Heart and a Gauze. And Bumbo. Which isn't great yet, but with Swallowed Penny could be. I'm not gonna mess around and try to fill Bumbo up. But if somehow I get a dime, or if I get 2 dimes to drop on this room, I wouldn't be unhappy. So I'm going to do like 2 more rooms after this. And then I'm going to go ahead and fight Hush, because it won't get any easier. Key Bomb should be giving me a decent amount of money every now and then. From some chests. Rooms like this should be easy. And alright, boss trap room and we're out. Well, not great, but we'll see what the cards are. Hierophant. Judgment. Awesome, but I'm not going to use it until I'm done with the other things in the room, just in case it is Demon Beggar, and I accidentally might take damage I don't want to take. Okay, Judgment. It's tricky dodging these hearts. I do want these, but I gotta get away before the hearts get here. I could just drop Super Magnet. I could just cut off my own left leg. These both seem like equally viable options. Oh no. Switching things up a bit. This is definitely slowing down the pace of the run a bit. And in fact, I'm going to drop Super Magnet, because I don't want to do that all day. But it was a fun little dance while it lasted. Hierophant, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to feel a lot better about this Hush fight now. And Black Bean. Completely benign. Doesn't hurt, doesn't help. So I know that I could take the devil with me. You know what? I'm going to use Degauze on this floor and take the devil with me. I was thinking about using Degauze on the next floor in case there was a harmful curse on the Hush fight. But there aren't really any curses that will hamper my ability to kill it, except maybe Curse of the Unknown. So in case there's Curse of the Unknown, let's remember I have 6.5 Spirit Hearts and half a Red Heart. 6.5 Spirit Hearts, half a Red Heart. Hopefully I don't need to remember. I don't need to remember. Great. Pop these. Don't take any hearts. Give all the money to Bumbo. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. 2 of hearts. Not useful. Okay. Satanic Bible, definitely better choice here. And honestly, although I love Guppy's Head, Satanic Bible is doing a lot more for me at the present moment. Big Fan could block some shots for me, and that's pretty useful. God's Flesh is not really going to be useful. Oh, how can I turn down the stopwatch on the Hush fight? It's just too good. I'm aware I wouldn't have to bomb the donation machine if I had taken the money instead of giving it to Bumbo, but it seemed like a good decision at the time. Okay, let's pop the Devil card, get an extra damage up, and this should be a pretty trivial Hush fight with this much this much health, this much damage, and an Algiz rune, and even better stopwatch. The Pretty Fly will help prevent some damage. Big Fan I can actually actively use as a shield, whereas the Pretty Fly is more of just a thing that's there. I know Pretty Fly could be used to block bullets on purpose, but it's kind of tricky without BFF, and even then, because I'm still not totally sure whether the hitbox lines up exactly with the sprite and its wings or what. Not going to be a big problem. This Hush fight is actually going pretty quickly. Lump of Coal, 11.6 damage. Brimstone is really doing about as well as anything short of Epic Fetus Brimstone does. Alright, that was my first damage. It was not damage I needed to take, but the rest of the fight should be a piece of cake now. I know some people think stopwatch doesn't help during Hush. They say, oh, it slows down the bullet patterns and it means there's more bullets on screen and different spaces to walk through, but I mean, it's not going to shrink the spaces to walk through. All it's going to do, at worst, is just, well, really not much that's bad, honestly. It's going to put more things on screen, but it's just going to give you more time to plan your path through the same bullet patterns. Because they're not going to be any closer together. Well, I'm sorry, they will be closer together. That's right. Since the bullets are moving slower but coming out at the same rate, they will be closer together. That said, I still think it's a huge difference being able to plan it out, and I think it's worth it. Besides, as long as I don't take damage, I'll improve my point. It also makes it really easy on the continuum shots to stand on the other side of Hush and never get hit. Alright. A few more shots on a tear through this dude. I'm gonna say it's alright, 10. Only counting shots that hit him. I want to see how close my guess is. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dead. Dead in 10 shots. Alright, Dark Room. Let's go. That's the Hush fight. That should probably absolve the sin I committed by leaving Mega Blast behind. I'm sorry about that, folks. That was a bit of a huge misclick. I'm also just noticing these are the first enemies that are really surviving long enough for me to notice Pisces, which does give a little knockback on each tick of Brimstone. So it's an interesting game of managing the enemies on screen because I can attract them with Super Magnet and repel them with my tears. Managed to keep Super Magnet through the Hush fight, and it didn't really hurt. I suppose it doesn't affect Hush or its bullets, just the enemies it spawns, some of which are rooted to the ground, so really only the little gaper things, or the flies, and those aren't too hard to deal with as much damage. So yeah, Super Magnet definitely makes those little hunts awful, and if I didn't have great damage, Super Magnet would basically be making my life a nightmare. Let's just take a brief moment of silence for all the terrible runs that I've had at this point in the game with near base damage that aren't fun. Maybe if I start getting good streak together, get a little more back in practice so I can actually survive this long with those runs, I'll actually get to show off that glorious awfulness sometime soon. Alright, my luck stat isn't that good, but I seem to be getting an awful lot of keys dropping, which of course belong to Keypecker. Satanic Bible, as expected, is keeping me very well stocked on HP. And this is going to be a pretty easy victory against the Lamb. I don't see any conceivable way to fight Mega Satan unless I find both a sacrifice room on this floor and a easy way to get enough HP to play it. The most likely way would probably be a sack that gives a few battery charges, which might just be enough. But I'm probably not going to explore the whole floor to look for it because I fight Mega Satan fairly often, and seeing his laser attack would just kind of remind me of fallen friends named Mega Blast. And I don't know if I could deal with that pain yet. Super Magnet is making this kind of interesting, having regular Satan running around the room at me. But that's done with. Maybe this will be the penny that levels Bumbo up. Thank you, Stopwatch, for slowing down that little chaser bomb fly. Alright, down to the dark room. See what we get. 31:24, should be able to finish this run by 35 minutes, no problem. Probably faster, it just depends which way I go. Only one guppy item so far means odds not great, but hey, Abaddon is awesome. And I don't even need those Spirit Hearts now. Or for that matter, this Satanic Bible Charge, I can just save it for the next time I take damage. So now I effectively have 13 health, 12 in the bank, and +1 on my spacebar. Whew. Super Magnet makes for some fun dodges, and high damage makes it a lot more fun since I only have to dodge for a second or 3. Finally got max level Bumbo, so any keys or money that drops can be turning into items here. First item here, will this be Beelzebub? No, it won't. But now I'm 1 item away. Beelzebub is not a very good transformation, but it's kind of nice to have. That's part of the fun of Isaac now, is just accumulating these transformations, and honestly, by the time I'd say Beelzebub happens pretty often, and usually by the time I have it, I already have the ability to fly, so it's not a huge impact, but there have been a few times where it has given me an ability to fly I didn't have before, which is, hey, always great. And if you get it early enough, you can notice its nice effect on making flies friendly. Always good. So yeah, let's wrap this run up. Bumbo and Keybeggar can be giving me chests as I go. Mostly Keybeggar so far, who finally has earned all the keys I fed into his tiny mouth. Starting to, anyway. One more item and we'll be even. So let's get some key drops. So let's find the lamb. Maybe not completely obliterate it, but pretty close. I don't know why Bumbo didn't pick up that coin right away. I'm glad that didn't damage me right away, because that would have been pretty unfair, because it kind of spawned on top of me. Okay. So you can see there, like, the effectiveness of Lump of Coal. The one on the other side died instantly, the one close to me didn't. We'll see again here. Okay, that was a little cheating because Bumbo was there. And because I didn't kill the far one in one hit, so it was a little harder to compare. 2 shots from the other side of the room. 2, 3, 3, and some help from Bumbo when on the same side of the room. So yeah. Oh, you blew it, Keybeggar. That was your one chance to redeem yourself in my eyes. Let's pop the devil, pop Algiz. I'm gonna win this one in style. Get a lot of damage done. Don't even care about dodging the Ipecac shots. Or sorry, the homing shots. What am I talking about? Finish this up, and thanks for watching. It's been a good run. Pretty fun. Something gun. Catch you later. Bye. What am I doing? Phew.